Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1589. Hello, I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Castro Valley, Mont. Today we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer, and we get to some interesting news tales, stories, things. For example, did you know this past weekend while I was walking
Mike's Daily Podcast,
my dog Basil the Boxer, I encountered some people filming
Mike's Daily Podcast,
a promo for the television show called Westworld. I think that's on HBO. And they were just standing around getting a view, so they had this like robotic thing that looked like it was the Old West. But I didn't see any celebrities there, so that's a waste of your time, me telling that story, huh?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Well, but that's what I saw. And that was a fun day in Castro Valley.
Mike's
at the top of
Daily
Fairmont Ridge
Podcast.
Also this weekend, my neighbor 2 doors down has an issue with a car hitting their parked car out front. And it all has to do with somebody trying to avoid someone going through a stop sign. And that happened on my street. My oh so busy little suburban street. Look who just walked in.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. I am so happy to be here today on Monday. I want to go back to sleep.
Yes, I want to go back to sleep. That was the other thing that happened was there was a fascinating story that I saw on the... Look who else walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. We were here yesterday. Do you know that?
Yes, we had a Super Secret Sunday show on the last show. So some other people also walked in.
Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere, the engineer. It's great to be here today. So the kids in America talking to the wonderful masses this weekend. That's what happened.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And that's all I'm going to say, because it's like people criticizing them is so stupid. It's unnecessary. And they did a good job. They're going to vote out, and they're the future, and they will vote out all the idiots that are under the thumbs of the NRA. And that's how it's going to be. And at some point in history, we're going to laugh at all the white men that were under the thumbs of the NRA. And that we were at so dumb. And the young people are the ones that change it. The podcast picture today is of things... I can't find anything. I mean, could it be another Basil the Boxer picture? Do you really want that? Is that something you really want? Or should we go something a little more architectural? We could go back in time to... There was nothing that grabbed me today as I prepared for this show at 5:44 in the morning. I mean, how many pictures of Benita am I going to post? How many pictures of Fairmont Ridge am I going to post? Do I have anything? Oh, I guess we could do that, huh? The Westworld thing. You can see sort of what okay, because on the hillside there, they were filming, yeah, but you can kind of see what's going on. You can't really tell what's going on. No, that's not going to work either. All right, it'll be one of Basil the Boxer from yesterday. He's on the trail that we love to walk, and he looks so happy. Hey, I know your weekend was probably the best. We had some rain, and now it's done. Can't complain. I have some interesting stories to tell you about your world. I know you want to hear about Stormy Daniels, the adult film actress who alleges she had an affair with Donald Trump in 2006 and says that she was threatened for attempting to tell her story. She was interviewed by Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper, wow. He's all over the news these days, interviewing Stormy Daniels, interviewing the kids from the high school in Florida.
Class with my infant daughter. I was taking, the seats facing backwards in the back seat, diaper bag, getting all the stuff out. And a guy walked up on me and said to me, "Leave Trump alone, forget the story." And then he leaned around and looked at my daughter and said, "A beautiful little girl, it'd be a shame if something happened to her mom." And then he was gone.
You know what? That could have been any of the whacked out Trump supporters. Seriously? That knows her face. So, but whatever. Maybe it was one of Donald Trump's many lawyers. The hush agreement allowed her to protect her career and her family, she said. And she was concerned about her family's safety. That incident took place in 2011 in a Vegas parking lot that we just heard. And so that was in the prime time. Two primetime interviews, along with a judge's decision this week to let a defamation lawsuit filed by former Apprentice contestant Summer Zervos, who alleges Trump groped her, move forward, have intensified the spotlight on the president's history of women. Now on to some lighter news. There is a kid who has done his class assignment. He did a viral weather report. Well, his weather report's gone viral. He's got this little sports coat on. He's 6 years old. His March assignment was to have his parents film him doing the weather, and the video has clocked over 750 views on YouTube. And I guess it sounds something like this. Let's see. I can't get it to play because it's magical, and I guess the only way you can play it is if you're... Oh, here we go. God, could their music be
Hello,
like...
Nashville. I'm your local weatherman, Cotton Quartz. I'm not an actual meteorologist, but I do know my sight words. Today's weather report is brought to you by the letter C. And also, Pokemon cards! Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all!
Oh, yeah, he's fun to watch. Yeah, watch that, because he's hilarious. And we need to laugh in today's world. And then another thing has gone viral. An Afghan mother cradling her baby during a university exam. Her baby resting in her lap as she focuses on the university entrance exam that she hopes will help her. Okay, and that's today's show. Can we find anything else to talk about? Let's see. I have decided I am feeling very strong feelings about ending this podcast. And let me tell you why. Not only because of today, where I have nothing to talk about. I feel like I've covered the same thing over and over again. F. Scott Fitzgerald's first novel was published on this date. It was called This Side of Paradise. I haven't read it or written it because my name's not F. Scott Fitzgerald. The F standing for fabulous. I tell you because the point of ending this podcast has occurred to me in many times over the years, and I've been doing this now for 1,589 episodes, 1589, and the point is that I think I want to end the show because it feels like I've reached the end. I reached the end of my rope, my tethered rope, and I want to I want to just retire and lay around and eat bonbons because I hear they're really delicious. But do you want a sound effect? I'm tired of playing the sound effects. Do you want the sound effect? This is what I want to do to the sound effects. That's how I'm feeling. I'm revolting against my own format. I'm revolting against what I want to do on the show here at Café Anyway. which we usually have that guy say anyway.
Anyway.
And there he just said it. Maybe this is the Super Secret Sunday show usually does this to me because I get so burnt out because I worked on the show the previous day and then maybe that's what this is. But it's called generating content. And can you keep generating? How far can you go? Do you have to have something wrong with you?
What is the matter with you?
To keep doing it and generating the content. Then what will happen is I will hear a podcast that really, really, really sucks. That's not mine. And then I go, okay, maybe I should continue the podcasting. Because I've been doing it a while and I feel like I should keep going. It all started back when I decided, hey, I'm mad at radio because radio censored me and held me back for a long time. All I could talk about was the time and the weather. Hey, today partly cloudy skies, high of 70. Low tonight in the 40s. And I'd have to say that over and over again every day and introduce Fergie's new song over and over again. Hey, it's the new one from Fergie. Big Girls Don't Cry. And have to play that over and over again. And I thought, I want to do other things on my podcast. I enjoyed doing the Santa Fe Cafe on KHA. Maybe I can continue that. Continue with the characters. And move on, move ahead, move forward, talk about news, talk about stuff that's happening in our society and our culture. But for some reason, at this exact moment, I can't remember all the cool things that I saw. I do want to say on the Wall Street Journal's video website, which, do I have a link to that? I think I do, because I am usually prepared. Okay, the Wall Street Journal video website. Oh, this is my greatest influence, advice from extremely successful people. Oh, okay. They have, like this was a fantastic video here about how to delete your...
You've heard your friends threaten to do it. You've thought about doing it yourself. People on Twitter are even saying, it's time to delete Facebook. Turns out there are a few ways to put Facebook in the doghouse. Deleting your account is one way to go, but there are also some less final options. I'll get to those later.
And that is Catherine Bindley of Wall Street Journal. The women that host these videos, they're super smart, and I don't know why I'm attracted to all of them. I like super smart women, I think is my thing. But all these women that host these different videos, they're just, and I'm single. And am I lonely? I don't know. I don't feel lonely at the moment because I'm talking to you. But I'm enjoying watching these videos on the Wall Street Journal's website, wsj.com/video. And so she talked about that. I talked about it on the last podcast, what she had to say about deleting your... You can take a break from Facebook, or you can just go ahead and delete it, which is kind of difficult, as she will say here.
Bye, Facebook. Number one is the no holds barred, no going back approach. You're deleting your account. First, download everything Facebook has on you.
Now, that could take a long time, especially if you've been on it for 9 years. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Castro Valley, I've been on there a long time. Oh, which is the one... Okay, let's see. Saudi Arabia. Let me type in Saudi. That's Saudi Arabia. Okay, because the girl that was on... Okay, this one here... Saudi Arabia's King Salman
has appointed his son, Mohammed bin Salman, as crown...
Nikki Blasina, that's who that is. Nikki Blasina has the most piercing blue eyes I've ever seen.
Replacing his nephew, Mohammed bin Nayef, as first in line to the throne.
That was a very interesting video. It's only 2 minutes long. But Nikki has these eyes that will pierce and drive and into your soul go. They will. So she's in this video, Nikki Blasina. And wow. Okay, enough as we go outside of Café Anyway. Oh, we are outside. Next show, we're going to bring you probably some more interesting things. And I've decided now, whilst this show is recording, that I will continue doing the podcast. I will continue doing it. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give up. You're welcome. We'll have Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Have a wondrous day and week. Oh, hey, maybe you'll even get Good Friday off.
Oh, my.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!